that. And speaking of that, the sequel to Army of the Dead is now called, well, revealed to be called, Planet of the Dead. And when I first heard that, obviously, the mind goes to Planet of the Apes, but I thought, wait a minute, Planet of the Dead? Who's the dead? The zombies. Planet of the Zombies? We know that, the alphas and the virus and stuff is from alien origin, right? So it's not from our planet, Planet of the Dead.
Yeah,
I'm just saying. So yeah,
yeah.
Army of the Dead sequel title revealed by Zack Snyder. Is there a way? So the interviewer asked the question. This comes from Inverse. The interviewer asked, "Is there a way we could see the in between of Dieter's story between the end of the first three heists in Army of Thieves and the beginning of one in Army of the Dead?" Basically, because the movie Army of Thieves ends with some time later, and then they show the Army of the Dead scene. So anything could happen between that. So that's a very good question. And Zach basically answered, did he get killed by Zeus or not? What happened? We don't see him die on camera, and there's still some time left. I won't tell what happens, obviously, in Army of the Dead 2, aka Planet of the Dead, but let's just say that there's a chance Dieter survives, and there's a chance that the brush with death would have caused him to want to find a jailed Gwendolyn. Interesting.
Yeah. That was why did they release that before the movie came out?
I know, right? I read that
Right?
part and someone extracted that, and I just read this. But when I actually went to the article, there was another question that was going into more detail about the movie. And I was like, I didn't read that though.
Yeah. Don't
I skipped that.
understand. That was kind of spoiled for me for the movie. Gwendolyn kind of getting locked up in prison, but I
Yeah,
didn't
me
mind
too.
because I knew at the end of the movie she was either going to get imprisoned or she was going to die. So it
Yeah.
wasn't really there going to be two options because she was nowhere to be seen in Army of the Dead. So, but yeah, it's an awesome. That's a really cool title. It's a standout title. You know, like I I think in a way like it could be looked at as Planet of the Apes. Um, the old style one or the Matt Reeves one or the Tim
Zombies
Burton one.
taking over the world.
Yeah, yeah. Instead of apes, it could be zombies. That's pretty cool. But also, Zack Snyder's a big fan of George Romero, who was he passed away. But he was an American zombie director. He directed some of the greatest zombie works ever. And a lot of his films like had a title, a different title at start, and then Of the Dead was kind of the trope for all of his titles. So like he had Dawn of the Dead, which Zack Snyder did a remake in 2004. He had Night of the Living Dead. He had Day of the Dead. He had Land of the Dead. He had Survival of the Dead, Diary of the Dead. You know, he had so many films which kept the Of the Dead title. And I think maybe this could be a way for Zach to pay tribute to that even more. Like, because Zach was a big fan of his. Now we've had Arm of the Dead. Now, then the next one is Planet of the Dead. So I think it could be a tribute to Planet of the Apes as well, but I think it's more of a tribute towards George Romero, the director, because of how he titled his zombie movie. Like we could see Army of the Dead, Planet of the Dead, Universe of the Dead, stuff like this.
Yeah.
This could be Zack Snyder taking it even further.
Multiverse of
Uh,
Dead.
yeah, it's crazy. It's unbelievable. Then we have these side stories, Army of Thieves, and then we could get another. We have Army of the Dead, Lost Vegas, and who knows what else is going to be coming as well. So the title is striking. It's pretty cool. You had a pretty awesome art piece that you created, a design, logo design. That was awesome. I love something like that. So yeah, it's a cool title. I think they will start to film a few months after they finish Rebel
Rebel
Moon,
Moon.
maybe, or like after Zack gets a break after that. You know, it's probably going to be a long shoot. Rebel Moon, the big sci-fi film, but yeah, it probably it'll probably be 2024 maybe before you see that movie, which is a
Yeah.
pity, maybe. But I think the anime series
No.
will keep us
24 would
occupied.
just be Rebel Moon.
Oh, really? Geez, that's a long
I
time
think
away. So,
so.
and this is what
Unless
makes me
he's
think
doing a
that,
very fast shoot.
yeah, it just makes me think that because Netflix wants this franchise, you know, and now you have Army of the Dead, which is top 10 viewed of all time on Netflix. Army of the Thieves could be up there as well. I don't know yet, but the first weekend was pretty big. It's number one in 90 countries. So this franchise is being built pretty well. I think Netflix want more interest into this as quickly as they can. I think they want their Marvel Cinematic Universe, and if Rebel Moon is a part of this universe, then that would make sense. Why we might not see Planet of the Dead in a while. Maybe it's not. I don't know, but I think it's a long time to wait for the next entry for this universe.
Yeah.
But then again, Zack doesn't have to direct everything, so we could get another spin-off or another movie before Planet of the Dead.
Yeah.
Just after Rebel Moon, or just, it's Netflix. You could have Mateus direct it, or you could have just throwing a name out there. David Ayer comes in to direct a zombie story based on an inner part of the world, just as it kicks off.
Maybe about Guzman.
Yeah, I would be. Yeah, that would be pretty cool. And maybe that's a way for this franchise to keep going and ticking along until Zack does the next entry into it. So,
yeah,
cool title, awesome. Looking forward to it, and I can't wait to see the